Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony, and join with me today are the other three leftovers that went bad in the back of my fridge. Fellas, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, starting with the who left the meatloaf there for 3 weeks. Now it's growing mushrooms and has to pay rent. Jared.
What's going on, guys? Armos checking in. Leftovers, I gotta say, almost all my leftovers go bad. I'm not a big leftover guy. But if I had to pick one, it would be anything you get from a restaurant that I'm like, oh, you know what? You take it home because you want to be nice, that you're like, oh, I'll eat this later. Almost all those go bad. Absolutely.
Yeah, what's the dish?
The dish? Man, I don't know. I can't pick one. I would say like tacos or something. You know what I mean? You're
Mexican. All right.
Yeah, Mexican food.
Mexican.
Yeah. Dan, what about you?
Hey, everybody. I am Dan. I play Minnis Pebblewalker, your tiny little swarm keeper ranger. And I am the Kung Pao chicken of this podcast. I feel like I always let Chinese go bad if it's in the back of my fridge and it's the last thing I'll eat. Don't know why. Alec, how about you?
My name is Alec. I play Drell of the Ashborn, and I try to eat a lot of leftovers. I actually like them. I don't like being too wasteful. But one of the leftovers that get away from me is like leftover salad. I put it in like a certain container and then somehow it just gets buried in the back of the fridge. And then I find it a few days later and it's all too wilted. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay. So definitely like leftover salads. Tony?
You know what? You stole my answer. But like this, I'm going to double down. Because specifically what gets left in my fridge is like kale, because I'm like, I'm gonna eat better, and I'll buy a package of kale, and then I see it in the drawer and it's all wilted. It like talks to me. It goes, "Are you ready for breakfast, boss?" And I'm like, "Oh no!" And I throw it in the trash because it's like all liquidy. I can't tell you how many times that happens to me on like a monthly basis.
Yeah.
So much money wasted on bad kale. And now you know the deal. Thanks for the transition, Dan. Now you know the deal. Before we get into the recap, we're going to go ahead and do the rundown. And today's rundown is brought to you by me, and more specifically to you, adventurer, listening on Apple Podcasts. That's right. Listen, we're on episode 93, all right? If you are adventuring with us, specifically through Apple Podcasts, go ahead and leave a comment. Leave a good review. It helps us. You know, it's just great for the show. We don't know if we have a lot of listeners on Apple Podcasts, but we feel like we do, and we just want to be more represented. So if you could just go ahead and leave a comment, 5 stars preferably, and, tell us about your day. Maybe on this specific episode or just overall, be like, what'd you have for lunch? And how great the show is if you like it. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening to Apple Podcasts and all the platforms if you are listening elsewhere. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and roll for the recap. That's right. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to roll for the recap. I forgot to turn my camera on. All right, here we go. We're going to roll for the recap where I am number 1. 2 is Dan. No, 2 is Alex. 3 is Dan. And 4 is Jared. First try. You, Dan. Spinny.
That was pretty spinny. That was very spinny.
Yay.
Mother. Are you kidding me? Is this the third week in a row?
No way.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Jared might have the record.
Yeah. So put down that Jimmy John's and get ready.
I know. I'm like last 2 bites. Last time on DND404, the guys are still in Shadowfell. Find a helmet schematic in the main building in the middle of San Lo. After that, the team searched around and then happened to find a secret door that was already unlocked. The lock on it was special. Armos ends up taking it. After that, the gang decided, you know what? Let's head back to San Lo. But before then, an encode thoughts happened. The gang found in a library a book, and when they touched this book, they started getting crazy visions of destruction and bad things happening. They go back into San Lo in normal times, and they decide to retire for the night at a bar. While at the bar, something peculiar was going on, and then all of a sudden, strange spells were not working. Counter spells were had. Who could it be? Mystical cloak person out in the outside that Minnis and Armos saw for just a brief second. The gang retires. They wake up in the morning. Minnis has to go to the potion shop to get some enlargement potions for some reason. And as soon as he gets one, downs one, and then heads straight to Numi. And then the group convince her to go to the library. And as they leave the hut, Drell's nose starts bleeding. Bard, roll the intro.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is DND404. Fellas, boyos, welcome to session 93. We pick up in the heart of San Lo. It is late morning, early afternoon. The 3 of you have just left Numi's shop where she sells journals. She had agreed that after Minnis's very cringy conversation asking if she would ever date a short person, to meet you at the Tavern of Milk and Honey with some books from the Great Library, specifically bestiaries and anything that involves hydras. And as the 3 of you leave the shop, something happens with Drell where he begins to cough up blood. That is where we're going to pick up today's session. Fellas, specifically Drell, what are you doing?
I would like to grab one of the frost root, little pieces of frost root that I got in my bag and eat one of them.
Yes. So from Tamor Dane, from Ellis, she had given you a couple of roots in a jar. She had instructed you to eat one of these the next time you throw up, and this is supposed to prolong or suppress the disease inside of you. You do know that one of these roots lasts for a couple of weeks or a significant amount of time. She did mention that the more you take these roots, the time would be shorter in between in which you would need to take them. However, according to the material plane, you had just taken one not too long ago from Tamor Dane. Not too much time had passed between Tamor Dane and San Lo, maybe about a week. But perhaps being in Shadowfell had affected the process of this, the process of your disease, that why you would need to take one so soon.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and you take a root and you wipe the blood off. You don't feel different. You don't feel like a buff going off, nothing magical. You just chew it and there's no longer blood. You're no longer coughing up blood, but you don't feel physically different. Just a little grossed out.
Okay. So I just take it out, pop it in my mouth, chew on it for a little bit, and then try to do it just walking behind Minnis and Armos to the point where they don't really realize what's going on.
Bro, what are you doing back there? You hiding snacks?
No. Yes. I was just hungry.
Stealth check or sleight of hand.
Wait, stealth? Oh, yeah.
Sleight
I was
of
going to say. Wait, how can you see? What do you mean? He's got with advantage, right? I'm walking behind him. Roll it. 16.
Don't worry, my perception's bad. Yeah, I rolled like a 2.
You sneakily eat this root and hide the blood that you coughed up into your palm.
Oh, I hope we can get more of whatever that snack was.
So what is the game plan?
Oh, yes. Right. I don't know. Maybe there are some more people we could talk to around here. I don't know if we should,
What time's your date, Minnis?
Well, it's, I don't remember talking about a date specifically, but if you're talking about meeting up with Numi later, that's, later time.
Oh, yes, of course.
When the shop's closed. Yeah, so. We got time.
All right.
I mean, I might look for clues over by the water. Now that there actually is water. I haven't actually gone over there yet because we've gotten so sidetracked with, seeing the shops.
What size is Minnis right now? Is he still large?
I'm big. I got about 2.5 hours left.
Should you go back over to the guy, the blacksmith, all by yourself and see if you could get our stuff?
Oh, yeah, I'll try and see if I can be nice to him and see if he remembers me.
Yeah, he doesn't like me for some reason, so I'll just stay back, stay away.
I'll do that. I'll try one more time to see if the guy remembers me.
How should I do this? You walk back into the blacksmith shop and you sure enough, you see Furlos there sitting at the front desk. He is sitting down and his big bull snout is deep in his book, writing things down, and there are a pile of weapons in front of him. He looks disgruntled as always, as it looks like he's making notes and checking the quality of work that his apprentices have done.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, how could I help you? He doesn't even look up. He's like so deep in his book.
Hello, for Los, I had an order about 3 weeks ago for Minnis Pebblewalker.
He looks at the name, and he remembers that name because it was only about an hour ago since you came in. And he goes, I thought we had settled this. And he looks up. He goes, something's different with you.
No, I'm his brother. Yeah, they're kind of a pain. I know what you're talking about.
You, brother with the same name?
No, I'm picking up for Minnis Pebblewalker. My brother tried to pick up for me, but I'm here to pick up my own order now because apparently they said that things did not go well.
Deception check.
Is that a flat roll? Oh, goodness. 6.
6. He puts both of his hands on the desk and he stands up and he towers over you. He has about a solid foot on you. He's one of the bigger minotaurs in his town, and he puffs smoke over you. He goes, I don't know what fancy tricks or magic you're trying to dissuade me with.
No magic.
You see that he's getting visibly red. I do not have this order, and he does air quotes with his fingers, that you speak of. And next time you step foot in this shop, there will be a price to pay that your gold could not cover.
I already paid gold, and you just didn't even give us our goods, so I don't know what you're talking about.
We do not have your order in stock. We've been over
this place is a scam, and I walk out.
And you hear like a loud bull noise, and as you walk out, you see a hand axe be thrown. And it crashes into a box.
Guys, run! Yeah, so it didn't go well.
What is wrong with that guy?
Didn't get the stuff. You know, I'm not against stealing, but this is one of the few times I wouldn't mind going back late at night and, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Get what was deserved.
That's what I'm talking about. Minnis.
What?
You see Sid pulls on your pant leg?
But we already we gave him gold and stuff. It's only righting the wrong.
You see a little Sid pop up out of your mohawk and points to the feather in your head.
You're right. It's not a good thing to do. No, but okay, we'll talk about it later. But I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong.
You see Reginald pops up on your other shoulder. Hey, well, you know, Minnis. I mean, you just listen to a bunch of rocks. I mean, he did staff you, you know? It's a little, I would call this justice.
Oh.
I mean, maybe you could go invisible and,
Oh, maybe it is justice after all. And Reginald's on my right shoulder. Sid on my left.
We're all on your right shoulder.
Except for Sid. No, we'll talk about this later. We got stuff to take care of.
Sure we do. And you see that Reginald slides down your arm and back up to Armos' shoulder.
I visibly shiver. All right, so I'm not really sure if we want to go anywhere else around town. I was thinking of maybe going to the water, seeing if I could find any hints of maybe ancient symbols or hydras. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I don't really know.
I think that's the best idea that we got. Lead on, Minnis.
I mean, you guys don't have to come. You can go do other things while I do that, but yeah, right now I think I'm going to go over to the water.
If I'm left alone, I don't know. There's going to be a fire. I'll stick around.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go over to the tavern and save us a spot.
Yeah, we never actually got to talk to people at the tavern, did we? See if they knew anything.
Yeah.
Not the worst idea. Well, all right. I'm going to go over towards the waterway, and I'll see you over there if you're staying at the tavern then.
All right. Yeah, so Drell will make his way over to the tavern.
All right, Armos. Hopefully no more magic stuff happens, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what's happening in here, but I don't like it.
Then I guess I'm going to go head to the... Obviously, there's a waterfall that kind of leads to a stream that kind of collects by the library. I'm going to go towards the little stream by the library.
So you walk towards the western part of town, and you do see the same guards that kind of blocked you all from going into the northern part of San Lo. There is a little lake area where indeed the waterfall all the way in the north, beyond the restricted area, we'll call it, streams down into. And this looks like a nice sitting area. You do see some other minotaurs relaxing. They're a bit older than everybody left in town. As a matter of fact, the two minotaurs that are sitting there look like two grumpy old men just kind of enjoying the water side underneath this big jungle tree that's providing just enough shade to block them from the spring heat. And they're sitting down and they're just relaxing and they're just kind of minding their own business, but they have these grumpy pouts on their face. This looks like a nice relaxing area to sit and reflect. And it looks like it's just a community area people get by.
So I'm just going to go towards the riverbed, I suppose, where the water meets the soil. And I'm going to start looking around to see if there are any, I don't know, like any old rocks and runes or maybe tracks that may have come from a hydra, or I don't know. I guess something to that effect.
You go over to the riverbank. You can see the bottom of it. It doesn't seem very big. It seems about maybe 12 feet deep, but it's very clear water. You also see fish swimming around in it. Very quaint, very relaxing. Go ahead and make me a perception check or an investigation check.
I got a 16.
With a 16, you don't see any traces of a hydra or a large beast that could have gone through here. It looks mostly relaxing. You do see in the water, as you're staring at it, you get like lost in thought for a minute, and then you see your reflection, and then you see a large minotaur behind you in a reflection. But his face is covered, his horns are sticking out. He's wearing a large cloak, and a ruby gauntlet grabs your shoulder, and you get a closer look at the gauntlet through the reflection, and you can almost feel pressure on your right shoulder. And as you get a closer look, the gauntlet looks to be completely made up of blood shards. Turn around real quick.
Oh, Armos?
Yeah.
I thought I saw a bug come over here.
No, well, I didn't see no bug.
Come here.
What?
Look at the water.
And I look in the water.
You see a handsome, very high charisma stat, tiefling.
I high five myself through the water. I'm like, what is it? Is there something crazy going on here?
No, I just swear I saw that cloaked guy again.
Oh.
A little fish with also minotaur horns comes up and tries to like nibble on your finger almost as you place your hand near the water to high five yourself.
Wait, what?
It's a bullfish.
I'm not used to bullfish. I only know catfish.
Moo, and it splashes.
Oh my god. Okay. While Minnis is looking in the water and being paranoid, can I investigate that rock thing that's floating up in the sky now that we're back? Because I looked at it in Shadowfell and I want to compare what it looks like here and see if there's like any big differences I noticed.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. It's a bit too far away to investigate.
Yeah. I'm just general curious. I got a 14.
14? Looks like a big old floating island in the sky.
Okay.
The fact that it's floating with no support, other than the fact that it's indeed magical in some way, is an anomaly within itself. Because even strong magics couldn't levitate land as big as that, in your experience.
It'd be too far away for it to tell if it's magic that's coming off of it, right?
You definitely know it's some type of magic that's keeping it up there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be floating.
All right. Well, I didn't find anything here, but I did collect some rocks for people back home as souvenirs. So, I'll probably carve some stuff into them. Let's go back to the tavern, huh?
Okay. I follow Minnis, but like let him walk in front of me, and I'm just kind of like scowling everything that goes by us just to make sure that we're not being chased or whatever.
So you do know that Numi is going to finish up her workday and head to the Great Library. So what we'll do is that we'll fast forward a little bit and we'll say you're in downtime. Unless there's any other potential leads that you would like to investigate or try to check out, we'll say that this stretch of time is now downtime. Is there anything you would like to do during your downtime?
I mean, Minnis spent most of his time playing games with people, eating, but then while playing games, trying to get information about the hydra and furloughs and stuff like that.
There are some other patrons in there. There are other minotaurs. They look like the dock workers on their midday break, just kind of drinking and eating food. Merle is still at the bar cleaning the cliche mug, so to speak. And you do see some humans that look like sailors taking some rest, as it looks like you see some of their ships out at the port overlooking the dock from the tavern. And they're just kind of drinking and having have a conversation among themselves. The three of you grab a table, you order some drinks, some food. There is now hot food, which is like roasts, different types of mainly chicken and pork dishes. There are no beef dishes here for obvious reasons. And they're all mostly, the dishes are mostly vegetable based and very vegetarian friendly.
Yeah, so like I was saying before, Minnis is going to spend most of his time here socializing, playing games with people, and eating. But as he's doing that, trying to see if anybody knows anything about the Crystal Hydra or Pharaohs.
Pharaohs.
Pharaohs, yes.
Yeah, similar names. Did not think that through. Go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your dexterity, sleight of hand bonus to it.
It's a 20.
Ooh.
Dirty.
So as you're playing games with people, you're playing games with the humans. They're more inclined to play games with you than the other Minotaurs. You happen to win 30 gold for yourself as you're lightly gambling and just having a good time.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so you win.
Oh my gosh, Minnis' gambling addiction's coming back. This is bad.
So you gain 30 gold from casual light playing, and the human sailors seem to be having a good time with you. Go ahead and give me a performance check as you are entertaining them and trying to figure out information about Pharaohs and this alleged Hydra.
Oh, I'm terrible at this. And that's a 4.
You don't get any kind of conversation, and matter of fact, the fact that you're gambling kind of gets in the way of that. When you're about to ask a question, or when you do ask the question, like, you just seem to get the winning hand at that moment of time. You're like, yeah,
so basically what I was asking about the Hydra
Right.
Oh, you didn't expect me to do the left-right sinker.
The left-right sinker. Darn.
Oh, what was I talking about? I don't know. Let's start another hand.
And you continue to gamble with the two other sailors, and that's how you make your sum of money. Drell and Armos, is there anything the two of you would like to do?
I would mainly like to just people watch and try to see if I can overhear any specific conversations that we might be interested in.
Go ahead and give me a perception check as you try to eavesdrop.
That's a dirty 20.
You do overhear a conversation from some of the Minotaur dock workers on their break. The topic of the conversation is about their chieftain. So just a few days ago, they had their spring festival, which is something they do annually. And they're mentioning about the kickoff speech that the chieftain normally gives. However, the chieftain was not there to provide the kickoff speech this year. So they're basically talking about how that's a little weird, and they don't know the reason why Chieftain Callie would not show up. She's usually punctual about these things, and she's never missed a speech. So they're wondering if she's sick or if there's something more pressing going on in the town. And they're like, just now they're going off tangent, like conspiracy theories that like maybe there's like a trade that gone bad, or maybe she had left the village to seek out some business, and they're getting like really off topic about the chieftain. Overall, they speak highly of her.
And then I guess I just want to look around the room and see if there's anybody, I guess, watching people as well, or like kind of doing what I'm doing.
With that perception check, you do not notice anybody watching.
Interesting. All right. And I think Drell just spends the rest of his time drinking some ale and hanging out.
How much time do you think we got? Like,
You have a
is
few
it like
hours.
an hour? Oh, a few hours. Okay. I'm gonna short rest. I'm gonna change some of my skills.
Yes, you can take a short rest here if you like to swap out spells. Absolutely.
I'm kind of in the back of the, just kind of half listening and going through my book and changing out some spells that I got cooking up.
Hey, Minnis, right? And he kind of brings you in close, like, you came in with your friend over there, right? And he points at Armos.
Yeah, why?
I never seen a tiefling before. I never met one. Does your friend always have a scary tome that hovers in the black abyss and creates a void of darkness around him when he reads it? And you see like the tome is like, as you're switching out spells, it's like flipping through the pages and is making this very subtle ghostly howl.
Don't worry about him. He's all bark, no bite. You know what I mean?
They see a scary shadow. What the two of you see is Reginald holding open the book for Armos, and he's like pointing out which spells. He's like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, you're right. Friends? Who uses that anyways? We're gonna get rid of that shit.
What a toxic spell. Imagine magically forcing someone to be your friend.
Right?
And then we'll say on that note that a couple hours pass, unless there's something else you'd like to do.
Yeah, in the middle of one of my games, as I'm pulling in a bunch of money, Minnis does go back into little form, his regular form. Hey, yeah, I was this. Thanks for the money. Take the money and run.
Did a kid just rob us? The kid knows how to play cards. And it's just like the two sailors just looking at each other. They're not going to start beef with a Minotaur in a Minotaur town when they're not welcome. So they're just going to be like, okay, it's only...
Drell realizes that this is where we're having our meeting, so he stays in our seat because he knows Minnis has to come back.
And Minnis scouts outside after that happens and waits for the exact moment that he sees Numi coming back to chug another growth potion.
He's mid-maxing.
How many of those do you have in your inventory, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
An amount.
What's the fiscal number on that amount?
Don't worry about it. Minnis is definitely sweating, though.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Yeah. As Numi walks in, I wanted her to hear the last part of my incredible speech as we gain, as I use my feet. And I told him that was a bullfish and not a catfish, and the whole place starts laughing. So everyone would get 18 temporary hit points.
Oh, man. So, with all that fun stuff done, we'll say that the sun's not quite setting, but it is way past midday. And because you guys are in a tropical island, the sun does stay out longer than normal, but you see that some of the shops begin to close up. As you're scouting around, you do see Numi leave her shop and heading northwest towards the library. About another hour passes, and you see Numi heading towards the Tavern of Milk and Honey with some books in hand.
I run back to the table. I sit down like, everybody act normal. And I chug the potion and get bigger.
Wait, what?
Slide ahead.
Pretty good. That's 16.
Only Drell and Armos notice the fact that you take the potion. None of the onlookers or sailors that were drinking before have happened to see you drink the potion. And you go, and you went out big. And then through the entrance of the tavern, you see Numi, who's holding a stack of books. And she looks like she's in a completely different outfit. She looks like she has her nice overalls on, and her hair looks to be braided the opposite way, like she was expecting to meet somebody, and looks a little more well-dressed than normal.
Minnis' mouth is just open wide.
What?
Drell also, like, he looks at Armos and, like, what is the seating situation at the table right now? Because, like, I want to try to position myself so me and Armos are not in the way of him and sitting next to each other.
Yeah,
Goodness.
definitely.
Dro, why are you getting up?
I'm just, gotta stretch my legs. Gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back. So then
Okay. Yeah.
that way it, like, opens up a seat to see which one she picks.
You see Numi walks in, and although the place isn't packed, you see that she looks a little confused as she's never been in here before, really, and like looks around, and she's like looking.
I'm waving
for the three of you. Then sees you wave, and she goes, oh, and she sees that she jaunts over to the table, and she drops a big pile of books on the table. She kind of sits across from everybody, not next to anybody in particular, kind of looking down, adjusting her glasses, drops the books. She goes, hey, sorry I'm a little late. I got a little lost in the library. I tried to find everything I could. And there's just so many books that I got lost between this other thing about how paper's made, and then something about bullfish. I just never realized that the encyclopedia about bullfish is so vast and long, and the lore is so interesting, and I just had to read. So I just sat down for a minute, then I realized how late it was getting, so I had to go home and change. And then, I had done my hair, I was all sweaty, so I had to, lick myself to make sure I was good and fresh and ready to come out and have some drinks. Oh my God, am I talking too much?
Well, yes. No. I just got lost in your words. Oh my gosh, so many books too. Armos, look at all these books. We got so much reading to do. I'm excited. Aren't you excited, Armos?
I'm just like taking the scene in. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go get us some drinks.
Oh, cool.
What do you want? Numi, I'll get you for doing us such a great favor.
Oh, wow, thank you. Milk stout, please, thank you.
Okay, and I go.
Yeah, get around, Armos.
And so I leave the two of the awkward ducks alone.
The two of you stay quiet for at least 5 minutes.
I was about to say the same thing. It's at least like a full minute of just silence.
Oh no.
Drell like looks like he's coming back from the bathroom, but he like stops and like peeks around the corner to like see if he can come out now, like before.
So after like a minute of silence,
hang on. I make eye contact with Drell. And I'm like, get over there, hurry up. Because I see that they're just not saying anything. I do like a head nod to tell them to hurry up.
So as Drell's coming back, it's still Numi across from Minnis, and they're not saying anything. Reginald is sitting on the table facing Minnis with his back to Numi, and Numi cannot see Reginald like everybody else. And Reginald's going, say something, Minnis. Minnis, say something. Say something, Minnis.
Every time he's about to say something, Reginald says that. He clams up.
Do it. Say something. Say something. She's right there. Say something. Say something. Action.
And then at one point, I pick up one of the books, and then I accidentally drop one right into Reginald's face to shut him up a little bit. Oh, wow. Oh, sorry about that. So this book you got here about bullfish does really seem interesting.
There's 3 books about bullfish.
And I open the encyclopedia.
Vast bullfish lore. And she goes, oh yeah, those are for later when I go home and spend my time researching. I just, I dive into random holes, knowledge things, and I just read away, just whatever catches my interest, and then I just didn't know about their vast history. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Drell, welcome back. Oh, we were just talking about so many things you wouldn't believe.
Oh yeah. Yep. Pretty long line in the bathroom. Sorry it took so long. Nice book collection there. What else do you have besides? I'm sorry. Did you say blowfish?
No, bullfish. Bullfish.
Bull. Like BOWL or BULL?
BULL.
Okay, interesting.
And she takes out the top 3 books of bullfish, sets them aside, and she goes, so I found some bestiaries about reptiles and chimeras, but they didn't have anything about deities or and then I found this part to be a little weird. And she opens 2 bestiary books, and they're the copies of the same book. They're slightly different because there's no printing press, but they're identical bestiaries, and you get everything from different types of dragons, some lore about dragons and like blue dragons, green dragons. You get things about lizard folk people and reptiles. However, there are some categories ripped from the book. Hydras are ripped from the book, and snakes are ripped from the book.
Oh my gosh, what's going on here?
So I thought it was just like a fluke, because it's like, okay, maybe sometimes kids get in there and like they find a topic they really like and like they'll rip a page out because sometimes they have really cool drawings on them and they'll take them. But I thought it was really weird that like these are just 2 copies. Like we usually have a few copies of everything in the library, and all the sections were ripped out about this. I don't know if there's just like a really big, I don't know if there's like a kid that wanders around in there that like really likes hydras or something, but there's no information about hydras in the Great Library. Most of the books are in pretty good condition. And that's kind of how I fell into the bullfish hole, kind of like, once you get into amphibians and things that live in the water, then you find different types of fish. And then there was like a 3-part encyclopedia about bullfish and the lore and where they come from and how they inhabited the Kambuki Isles. And apparently they're older than time, and they're just, their horns get bigger by the age, and they actually grow into their horns.
I show up and put the drinks down.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what are we talking about?
As she's talking, at the end of her, like right before she stops talking, Miss is just like, I love you.
What?
Hey, Armos, hey, what's going on? Thank you for the ale. And I chug the ale. I just chug all of it in one.
What?
Oh, and I slam it on the table. Oh, that's great. I'm going to go get another. And he walks and gets another.
So Drell and Armos are left with Numi. and she puts her books. She starts to like organize her books better, and she shows the two of you and reiterates what she just said to Minnis about hydras and snakes being ripped out of these books, and how some of the other books in the Great Library also have these pages removed, which is a bit weird. And like she sets like these two bestiaries to a side, her encyclopedias, and her massive journal to the side.
Wait. Okay. Armos has like an epiphany. Hopefully, I don't know. I have to wait till Minnis gets back because I think he has.
You and I
something
had the same epiphany. Yeah.
Is it okay? Armos all of a sudden is like, wait, these are ripped out, and I take the book and I examine it really well, and I see if like the page is like you can't even see anything on the page. It's just you can tell that there was a page there, right?
Yes.
It's not okay. Cool. Perfect. Awesome. Don't worry about it. And I
got another ale. Oh, I'm good to go. And you see Minnis actually has 4 ales, 2 in each of his hands.
Okay.
You draw for me, don't take them. And I scooch back in.
I kind of slide those to the center of the table for everyone to drink it, and then I'm like, Minnis, look at this, and I hold it up to his giant face. Do you see what's missing here?
Oh, it's ripped. Numi, why didn't you say that?
I believe I did.
Oh, maybe I was distracted. And he chugs another. Bang, puts on the
Sorry,
table.
I just talk really fast sometimes, and then sometimes the words just spill out of my mouth before I can even
probably
finish my thought.
distracted about something else. It's my fault.
I take a second to engage with Numi and just be like, look, this is our process. I'm sorry, we're a little chaotic, but here, just hang on a second. And then I'm like, Minnis, we need to get these back.
Yeah.
How could we get these back?
Well, I don't know if we should do it in here, but I could mend it.
Yes.
Here, I scooched in between Armos and Numi, so I'm like, is it kind of like a round table with like a round back chair, or how is that?
Or is it a square table?
Or booth.
Ooh, is it a booth? Maybe it's a booth.
High top, low top?
It's a booth.
Wait, is it, what kind of seats
I
are we
love
talking?
that dynamic. It's a booth.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those rounded booths is what I was picturing.
One of the horseshoe booths.
We're all scooching in.
Well, you'll scooch into
this
a
entire
rounded
time-
booth. You all scooch in a rounded booth. So it's the 3 of you on one side of a rounded booth and her on the other side. And the 3 of you are like really close.
Oh my God. So every time someone gets up, we're like, excuse me, hang on. Okay, gotta get.
Yeah, no one wants to ask Numi to scoot, so each of you scoot out.
So I'm in the back of the rounded booth, and I put it like under the table, and I cast mending, or at least I tried to. I'm not sure what's going on at this place. So
You go to cast mending, and the page starts to reform, and then fizzles. The spell fizzles out.
Son of a.
Counter spell.
I look around. Did.
Armos, can you counterspell the counterspell? No, it didn't work last time.
I don't think it's possible. I'll be honest. There's rolled a 21 last time and that didn't work. So
Is there a way to
exactly
tell if someone is actively counterspelling or if it's like some sort of like defensive magic that like just prevents people from casting magic?
No. The short answer, no, in your current situation, because you don't know if somebody's casting it or if you stepped in an area where magic is just being countered. It all just feels the same. It's the same. You feel the result. You don't feel the active presence of like magic going off.
I think we need to go on an adventure. I think there's something weird going on here.
Minnis, when you put the book down from trying to cast mending, you look at your thumb and your index finger, and you notice that there's some dried blood on them now. It feels like ink.
Oh.
Like dried ink. The blood is like dried ink.
Numi, do you know if they have protective spells around certain areas of this town that prevent people from casting magic? Because I haven't been able to cast any of my spells.
No, this is we don't get a lot of magic folk around here outside of basic cantrips or like, produce flame. We have a couple of clerics in town that, heal some of the wounded soldiers and guards if they were getting into a fight, but no like rules or laws against magic.
Huh.
Okay, I don't know how dispel magic works, but I feel like it says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Would I have to know what the magical effect is?
Yes, you would have to have you would have to have a target.
Something's not sitting right. Still not sitting right.
You didn't happen to take detect magic on your short rest, did you?
I've had. Oh, detect magic. Fuck. No. I dispel magic. Okay. That would have been a good one.
Oh no. All right. I think we need to maybe get outside of town here, guys, and see if we can cast spells. Maybe even by the cave. I don't know how far we have to go here.
Numi, how long can we use this book for?
What, the bestiaries? I mean, I have it for a couple of days. I took it out, you know.
Perfect.
As long as we return them, I have a perfect record. Please get it back.
Yeah.
Oh, we're really good at getting our friends their books back. And then I suddenly have a flashback to Kemi Joe, and I'm like, oh. Very good track record.
Okay. I'm going to do a new spell that I picked up then, just to see if it works, and it's also a cantrip. Trying to crack this code on what's being counterspelled and what isn't, trying to figure out what's going on. I see a Sid on the table. I grab that Sid and then look for two more. I put them in front of me and I touch them and enchant them with magic stone.
Oh, what does magic stone do for people who don't know what it does?
You touch 1 or 3 pebbles and imbue them with magic. You or someone can make a ranged spell attack, and with one of the pebbles can throw it or hurl it at from a sling. If thrown, it has a range of 60 feet, and if someone else attacks with the pebble, the attacker adds your spellcasting modifier to and not the attacker's to the attack roll.
Drell instantly puts out his hand. Let me get one of those.
You enchant these Sids and they glow, and sure enough, magic stone spell works.
All right, I throw 1 to Drell and 2 to Minnis.
And you see that the one that you give to Drell is like the fat Sid. He's like, wow, you guys are skillful. Like Numi's like in awe of the spells you're trying to do. As she mentioned, not a lot of spellcasters come through here like of wizardly status. So they're like, she's like watching you cast all these spells, and she's like enamored and fiercely taking notes in her giant journal.
Still trying to figure out this whole issue. I grabbed the other books. Are they all in languages I can read? Like I'm assuming, right? There's no.
Yeah, they're in common.
They're in common. Okay. And I just looked through them, and we haven't noticed any other pages or anything else that's wrong with these books.
Nope. Just the pages in the reptile section of hydras and snakes are removed.
Wait, I just learned about bullfish. What's so special about them?
Oh, did you ever see a fish with horns?
Yeah, first time today.
Oh, they've always been here, but I've never been so fascinated by bullfish before.
Do they have magical powers? Are they? She
goes to the encyclopedia. Magic. Apparently they're all bullfish talismans that exist that are supposed to exemplify their traits. Apparently they're really strong fish. They're referred to as the muscle of the sea. Wow.
Nothing else? Okay.
No, it's just I was looking on the bestiaries, and while I was looking for these books, I just got super fascinated by the bullfish.
So I feel like we need to get out of here. So
are there any like really nice hiking trails around here, Numi, that you could show us? On the outskirts of town?
Yeah, if you head north, you would have to walk around the town to get there. I don't know if we can get you through the north gate. Sometimes people go visit the floating island. It's a large crater. That was once, to be said, a massive lake in the center of the Kambuki Isles that now works as a land bridge because it's the giant crater that's there from the floating island.
Armos loves craters and floating things. I'm on board with this.
I think somebody else went to go take that trail like a few months ago. She takes out a giant journal and goes through like a whole list of names. And Minnis, you overlook, and she also has like a best friend column that she's been like going through. And then she like flips
the page. Does she have a bestest friend column as well, or just
not that you can see off the cuff, but you just see that she
she's got things to learn. It's okay.
She scrolls through some pages, and there's a couple of names in there. She's like, yeah, we've been seeing a lot of interesting people come through in and out of town recently, and one of them came by to pick up a book. I don't know, they were just like sightseeing. I don't know why they would sightsee here. It's so dangerous to travel alone. But yeah, he picked up a couple of journals and he went there. It was a nice human fellow.
Oh, really?
really contagious laugh.
Oh, what was her name?
What was the name? Oh, yes, it was Jack H. Effer. Yeah, Jack H. Effer. Yeah, it was a human, curly hair, very slender, lanky.
How do you spell their last name?
It was middle name was H and the last name was Effer.
I squint and I look at Drell and Armos.
Yeah, it's Jack. We know a guy named Jack, but he always has a different last name.
I mean, aren't there a lot of Jacks?
No, but this is somebody we've ran into him a few times. He's an interesting fellow.
Wait, how long does it take to get to the floating island?
Oh, a couple hours from the North Gate if you follow the trail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we should go there.
It's like a lot of hiking.
It is a bit of a hike.
What's the what's the incline? What's the?
I mean, we do live in a mountainous part of,
is
mostly
it
mountains.
Steep? You know,
Kind of.
like
a lot
the
of
grade,
ups and
I
downs.
guess. The grade, yeah.
A lot of ups and downs.
Trying to persuade Drell. I'm like, it could be a great workout if you think about it.
Oh, I mean, I could just do like sit-ups and some curls, and like I feel like that's like a lot of the good stuff too. Okay, fine, I'll go. Twisting my
Minnis,
arm.
perception check.
Perception check. Oh, was 23, I believe.
You notice that underneath the name Jack H. Effer is Miranor's name and Flora's name.
Oh, hey, two people from my tribe actually came into town a while ago. I don't know if you met them or not, but I just thought of them right now for some reason. Their name is Miranor and Flora.
Oh, so when she hears the name Miranor, she looks puzzled for a minute. She goes, oh, yeah. And then you say Flora, and she goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did meet them, yeah.
Uh-huh. What about them?
Oh, let's see. And she goes, yeah, so the two of them had come into my shop, and they were kind of like joking around. They were with some other people from the traveling group, and it looks like Miranor was trying to buy some stuff, and then like Flora was like rushing him out. She was kind of like making fun of the books a little bit, which is not cool. And like I could have sworn she like knocked over a pile of like journals. Like it is the bargain bin, it's kind of in the way, it's like they're for sale, so like a lot of people like look over them from time to time. So I try to put them in front, and it's like easy to bump into. So like I'm assuming that she just like bumped into it on accident and he fell over the floor, but like it just kind of seemed a little too coincidental after she like kind of made fun of everything in the store. So wasn't the best experience, and I was trying to talk to Miranor because he seemed genuinely interested, and then like she kind of like pushed him out.
Yep.
And then she started like laughing really mean. I don't know, I feel like everyone's talking about me when I'm not in the conversation and I'm near the area. People just start laughing for no reason, and it kind of makes me feel a little off put. But the next morning he was leaving for the day, but he actually came in and he bought one of the faux journals, one of the nicer ones, and he was just like, he wanted this to like keep track of his like workout in between killing awesome monsters, he said. And she has that in quotes and she's tapping on the page. She's like, yes, killing awesome monsters for his workout routine.
What?
Drell's what killed me.
Oh my god, dude. Miranor just takes everyone else's thing. Oh my god.
This guy's such a biter, dude.
You guys know him?
Yeah, that guy sucks. I mean, honestly, sorry, Minnis, but they both suck. But that's beside the point.
And I chug another ale. Bam, put it on the table, sweating.
I mean, that was a few months ago. They were in here and they were just trying to buy stuff. She's like scrolling through the pages, and you can see that she's like taking notes.
What time is it right now?
The sun is setting, so it is going to be nighttime very soon. It's like dusk. Yes, dusk is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it's dusk time.
Is it, do you have like a day off tomorrow? I don't know if you wanted to maybe like show us over to the floating thing maybe in the morning.
Yeah, I think I know another path to get you around. I can try to get you into town, but they're like really strict on letting people use the North Gate. So I can try.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works, it might, just thought maybe you could show us that way since you've been there before, right?
No, I haven't.
Well, then it'll be an adventure. You'll get to take some notes on the floating island.
No one goes up to the floating island. They just kind of like go to look at it.
Huh.
Yeah, there's like no real way to get up there. You don't even see birds flying near it. And she like looks off to the side. So there's something you notice that when she's flipping through the book, that her journal is very large and it looks like she's been keeping very good care of it. And like it goes back some ways. So you know that it goes back a couple of months from Miranor's notes when he's been here.
What does she say about the blacksmith?
What are you asking him?
What is his deal? What's the deal with the blacksmith? Do you know anything about him? What's his deal? Why is he always so mean? Why did he steal our stuff?
Furlough stole?
Is he afraid of fire? That's the other thing I want to know.
No, not many people here are afraid of fire. And she flips through the pages again and she has some notes on Furlos. And you see that like she has like a sketch of him, like big scary bull. And she goes, he's actually really nice once you get to know him. But you know, he's a little, he definitely has a short temper. He does a lot of like charity work and stuff. Like he'll donate to the guards and everything. If like weapons break, he buys a lot of journals. He's a little forgetful, I would say. I don't know, I guess that's what kind of comes with, the territory when you own one of the most successful blacksmith shops in the Kambuki Isles. You know, he has imports and exports going out on a daily basis. Why? Did you have a bad experience with him?
It's weird. He said he doesn't like to export things.
He said that?
Yeah, he said, I asked him about making a possible little statue. And yeah, he said he wouldn't dare make one. Also, I asked her about Pharos. Is that what it was?
Yes.
The satyr. I asked her about that. If it has any kind of, does it ring any kind of bells for her?
Oh, when I was looking in the library, that was the other thing I was looking for before the Billfish encyclopedias took my interest. There's nothing about any kind of deities in the library. Matter of fact, when I asked about it, they seemed pretty angry about it. Nothing about gods. It was really weird. Even though we don't follow gods or anything like that, you know, knowledge is still key. You think that we would have something on them. Then again, I never had an interest in gods, which is weird. Maybe I'll look up gods. Maybe I'll find a book. Do you have any book about gods?
Oh, I have this one right here, and I show the kids' book about gods that I got from the ship.
She looks at the book. She goes, whoa. She flips through it, and she's enamored.
I've basically rewritten it already in my journal, so if you want to take that, by all means, all yours.
Oh, yeah, that would love.
My gift from me to you.
She blushes.
I blush and turn and start drinking more ale.
Oh, God.
Hey, you don't happen to have any info on what's going on with Callie, do you? The chieftain?
Oh, yeah, no, she was supposed to be at the opening ceremony for spring, and she wasn't there. Normally she's there. She wasn't there, which is very weird. She had missed it, but she doesn't normally miss things. I've even seen her come out with like, you know, off times when she's like sick or has like the flu, or sometimes she has you know, jungle rot. She'll come out and still give speeches, but you know, it's really weird that she didn't come out. So like people are like kind of speculating where she is. Some of the guards suggest, or you know, stand ground that she's in her house, but nobody has seen her in the last week or so, which is kind of weird. She's normally making rounds.
And the last place people saw her was her house?
Yeah, in the chieftain's hut.
That's weird.
What does one have to do to like get an audience with her?
Be born here.
Oh, sick.
And like be like someone of value.
Or what about besides that? Like, is there any certain crimes or something that like would only answer to her?
You know, there were some people that were coming through town about a week ago. They had like just before the ceremony, they had like these boxes, like these iron crates, and they were a bunch of orcs carrying them in, and they wouldn't let them pass the path. So like they handed everything off, but like the crates were like really fortified, and they mentioned to give them to Chieftain Callie. I'm assuming they were bringing them to the armory. But I thought it was kind of weird that there was a bunch of orcs delivering stuff. We don't normally trade with orc tribes. Matter of fact, there's really no orc tribes on the northern isle of Kambuki. So I wonder if they were just like a mercenary group or like a middleman for another trade. But that was the last time anyone's seen her, or at least anyone in the marketplace.
That doesn't seem like suspicious to people.
It is, but you know, Chieftain Callie is a really kind-hearted chieftain. Busy, albeit, but she's very nice, and you know, nobody really second guesses her choices.
No, but I mean, just because she's nice doesn't mean everyone in the world's nice. And you guys had orcs come into town, never seen them before. large,
I mean,
suspicious metal crates.
I haven't seen them before. She feels a little pressured from you asking her questions.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, the guards, I feel like would, I don't know. I'm not saying you, obviously. I'm just saying in general that just seems a little weird.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. It's not like I can, nobody can really see what goes on in the chieftain house without permission, and only a select few can do that. It's not like people can walk through walls and kind of see it.
Oh, really? All right. In the morning. So basically, she's saying that in the morning she would show us where the path is, but she's not going to come with us, right?
She's a bit skeptical about coming.
Okay.
She does not look like an adventurer at all.
Yeah, I don't think she should come.
You do know that Kambuki Isles are dangerous.
Okay. In the morning, you'll show us the path. We'll hurry and get your book back to you as soon as we can once we set out on the adventure and get this page restored. And we'll give it back to you good as new.
Okay. And as you're talking to her, you hear somebody come in and they have a giant crate of heavy stuff. And you hear the jostling of metals. There's a big minotaur carrying them. Goes over to Merle. And you hear a little chatter. And then Merle points over to the three of you. And you see this brown bull walk over and drops it at your feet. And it's the stuff you ordered from Furloughs. And he goes, "Are you three Minnis, Drell, and Armos?"
See.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I have a message
Unless
here.
you're here to serve me a subpoena, then no, I'm not Drell.
I never had supper Enos before, but I have a message here from Furloughs. And you see the boxes look super dusty. And it goes, Furloughs sends his apologies. He happened to find the items in the back of the storehouse from where he was doing some inventory. And after he looked into supply, he recalled the conversation that he had with the three of you earlier today and wishes to hand back some of the funds that you've had paid because it's a very hefty order. And you see that he hands over a bag of gold to the table, and there's about 800 gold there. And he goes, he couldn't give back much because this is very fine craftsmanship, and he continues to read the letter. However, he does extend his apology and hopes that you forgive him. And if he says, if you don't, tough luck. Anyway, so he hands you the note, and then he leaves.
Wait, well, okay.
Perfect.
I was going to ask him to send a message back, but that's fine. Okay.
Armos takes out his book and crosses off where he said, "Burn the blacksmith's house down," and crosses it off.
Oh, this necklace looks sweet, by the way.
Almost, you shouldn't journal on that book. That book is for, spells and communicating with a specific realm that we owe.
Oh, believe me, I was about to send him to that realm.
I mean, he's a pretty big bull. He might have a pretty big soul too,
Oh yeah, look at all this stuff.
Yeah, it's your order that you have ordered from Furloughs. It seems that he had found it.
I mean, I only got bullets, I think.
I got a necklace. I forget what I ordered.
Necklaces and hand axes, I believe.
I don't think I got any weapons. I think I only got.
You got the
I think
only.
Minnis,
Yeah, you only got the necklace.
yeah, I think I only got a necklace.
Yeah, I just got the bullets.
You didn't get hand axes, Minnis? I thought you did.
No, I did not.
Well, I mean, if he included hand axes, sweet. I'll take one.
Oh my god. He gave us part of another order that he forgot.
There are, sure enough, 3 sapphire hand axes in there.
Oh,
Oh, dibs.
all right.
Actually, I leave one for Minnis.
Yeah, I'll take one just to be safe.
And a really cool emerald chain.
Hell yeah. I put it on immediately.
Yes.
Wow, looks like he came through after all. Smiles nervously. She takes notes.
Can I see like what she's taking notes of?
Perception check.
It's a 25.
You see that she's doing a doodle of you 3, but it's like super characteristic versions of you, and it's very flattering. And you see that Minnis is like the primary focus of the drawing, where he's like huge and muscular and like joking around with the 2 of you. He kind of looks like a superhero among the 2 of you.
I'm actually never mind. I was gonna say I was the one standing in the middle. I don't know why she drew us out of order, but it's beside the point. All right. Well, it's been a long day for me. I think I'm actually gonna head up to bed.
Yeah. You know what? And me too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and
Oh yeah, we should go to bed, huh?
Are you tired,
no,
Miss?
you guys can stay here and catch up on your journals. Me and I'm pulling Drell already, so they can't even answer. But don't worry, we'll make sure we got your card.
We left some
we
beer
got it all.
and like yours.
No, those are all yours.
Forgot
Those
them.
for the
And I'll
table.
no,
That's
Drell definitely
everybody's.
goes back and grabs one. And
Okay,
he's
that
like,
one.
oh yeah,
That one was Drell's, but
you got a key to the room, right, Minnis? You're good.
Everyone else,
Okay.
hey.
The
Appreciate
room?
it.
I mean, you just
Thanks
walked
for the
in.
We're already out. We're already down the hall. Thanks again. It's good talking with you.
Those guys are weird. Another minute of silence before.
Oh, sorry. I forgot Reginald. Hang on.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
No,
And I pick him
You
up
see
by the
like his
ears.
nails and dragging on the table.
And, okay, everybody, goodbye. Later.
Who's Reginald?
I look towards Armos. I look back. He had this stuffed bunny that belonged to his dog. He doesn't have this dog anymore. It's actually kind of sad.
Oh,
He calls it Reginald, and sometimes he talks to it.
sounds like
Yeah.
he's working through some serious trauma.
He is. Yeah, he's a very troubled individual. And I immediately think of the list he makes about people he wants to burn their houses down on. Yeah. Hey, this is Sid, by the way. And I kind of pull Sid up and put him on the table.
She takes a really big look at Sid, and she like gets really close, and you see Sid like taps her in the nose. She goes, "Oh my God! It's like a little rock that's alive."
Yeah, basically. I actually have over 100 of these guys.
Whoa! And they all come out of your pants. She goes, "Oh my God!"
Oh, guys, why were you down there? Oh, you are too funny. Yeah, right now I have 115. I feel like every day I get another 2 or 3, you know?
Are they heavy?
I've named every single one of them, too. They all
God.
have different factions and ranks. It's actually pretty wild. This one's name is actually Sid the Fifth the Second. He's the first artillerist.
Artillerist. And she's like making notes as she's drawing them.
And this is Sid the Bold, and this is Sid the Hawk. You'll want to know why he got that name later. This is Siddy, this is Sidian, this is Sid with 3 Ds, this is Jonathan.
As you're talking, you feel yourself slowly getting smaller.
And I actually need to get to bed. I'll see you in the morning though. And I try to really quickly like grab the book and get going.
You go to grab the book, your
I'll see you in
hand
the
gets
morning.
smaller, and then you use the other big hand. You're having a Nutty Professor moment.
Exactly. I'll see you in the morning, okay? It's gonna be a really good time. See you.
Oh, okay, I mean, I just want to say, let's go.
And I land on the bed in the back and I'm small again. That was close. And my back's on the bed and my face is just straight up. I'm sweating, dripping.
And the 3 of you are in the hostel. And you see that there are 2 sailors there sleeping for the night. And that's it. It's just the 2 sailors that are in there.
Okay, so we're on the opposite side of the room than the sailors, or where are the sailors?
Yeah, so they're in the rightmost corner. The same beds that the orcs were using. So you're in your original spots at the north side of the bed.
Okay. So a few things. One, the fact that Chieftain is no one has seen the Chieftain, that's a problem. That's huge. I don't know why no one is like if she's super on top of, making her, if she's super on top of making her appearances and this festival or whatever, and all of a sudden she doesn't show after, strangers came to town, like that's one thing to note for sure. Also, I don't know if this is me just being paranoid, but the fact that we started questioning that, and then all of a sudden we get a delivery with our stuff, like, does that not seem weird? Or do you think that was just bad timing? Because to me, that seems bad timing. I was literally talking about how it's skeptical that the Chieftain's gone. And next thing you know, this guy who has refused to remember us all of a sudden finds our stuff and it gets magically delivered plus some money back. That doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, it's pretty weird around here. It's almost like the town was magically bribing us, like it had a mind of its own.
Are we still in the same building as the tavern, or are these two different? Is the hostel and tavern separate?
They're connected, but they are two separate buildings.
Armos, can you try to do that little magic thing with the book again?
No. That's Minnis. Minnis does the men. Yeah.
You want me to mend?
Yeah, Minnis, try to.
Is it cantrip?
Try to fix this.
It is, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yep. Get my wits about me again. And I reach for the book, but I miss at first because I'm small again, and I've gotten used to the big form. Oh! Hop down, grab it, get back up on the bed. All right, let's give it a shot. And I stroke my feather along the pages and cast mending.
You see as the pages start to reform, it is fizzled out, and the spell has failed. And just like before, there is some blood on your fingertips that's dried up.
Ow. Oh, guys, this isn't working very well.
You look up from the pages as the three of you stare intently at the spell, and you notice that the candle wick that is like lighting your small area up has significantly went down. You feel like a significant amount of time had passed.
What? Wait.
Okay, you guys are gonna need to figure this out because I know nothing about magic. But the last time you guys went outside and kept trying to cast spells, I was in there for like ever by myself. And now...
Yeah, for us, I don't remember if we talked about this. For us, it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, for me, it was like almost an hour. I had to literally sit there and listen to Reginald talk to me for like an hour. And I was going to lose my mind.
A moment.
Yeah, it was great. It's great. But I mean,
Reginald, you were drunk. Do you even remember what you talked about?
Demons don't get drunk, okay? We can hold our... What do we have again? We can hold our milk stout very well.
You didn't answer my question.
Okay. So wait, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go outside. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to rest and cast that spell and then come back. And then I'm going to see if it's, because it definitely didn't affect Drell. It's just wherever the magic is. So if I can rest and I can get a certain spell back, that could help us out.
Why don't we just rest and then we can tackle this tomorrow? I mean, you know, like
something's not
Umi
right.
said, we have
No, you're onto something.
It's Umi, right? That's her name.
Numi.
Her name is Numi.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry, Miss. Jeez.
That's cool. I didn't mean to snap at you.
Yeah,
that was weird to me.
Numi said we have the book for a few days, so we can get it back to her eventually. So we have some time to focus on this, but I don't think trying to figure it out right now, you know, maybe we could sleep on it and brainstorm some ideas.
Yeah, so, all right, before we go to bed, obviously I got to get the potions tomorrow.
Okay, no, do you though, Minnis? We probably need to talk to you about this.
What? The ethereal potions?
Yeah, we could definitely take the ethereal ones.
What's wrong with those?
I thought you were gonna get more of the super size me potions.
Do they have more?
I hope not.
He ran out when I was there.
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't need any more of those.
Okay, but if you see more, let me know, right?
I won't, but okay.
You won't, but okay.
Yep.
Do you want to be bigger forever, Minnis? Is that what you want?
No, it's just I'm just trying a new look for now.
I mean, if you want like a permanent and large spell, I'm sure we can sort something out.
I am not making a deal with you, Reginald.
Okay, I'm just trying to give you everything you want in life, but no, here I am, money, stature, respect.
Anyways, we got a missing chieftain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're... we just had a whole talk about not getting into other people's business.
That's where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to figure out. As much as I would like to help, we had this big old talk about not meddling.
Yeah.
But I think Drell's 100% right. There's some shifty things happening here.
I mean, maybe on our way out, I could sneak around and go just check on the chieftain. I'm just saying.
I mean, but that's...
I look at Drell.
Ooh.
I mean, but that's the thing is all of this, you know, is all of this intertwined? Like the book missing pages specifically about snakes and hydras is not a coincidence.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So
No, I think Miranor came in and ripped that out. I think he's on the same mission as we are.
Hey, Miranor.
All 5 of those books? But how would Miranor get in a great library if he's not from here?
I don't know. Something's not right though.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like this is connected with the chieftain going missing. Like I don't think that's I don't think they're two separate things. I think this is completely different than trying to just yank a blood shard out of a poor person's back and killing them.
Yeah.
That's a side quest. We don't need side quests. This is still arguably main quest.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, what are the odds that's going to happen twice in the same week? You know what I'm saying?
I don't like when you say things. I feel like even though you're just making them up, they sound like foreshadowing. Don't blink at me like that.
Sometimes you say words I don't know what they mean, Minnis. How can a number have a shadow?
It's okay. Anyways, I think we should get to bed, and maybe in the morning before we meet up, I'll get up a little early, and before we meet Numi, we can maybe check out the hut and just double check things are okay. You know what I mean? And Drell, you gotta be careful, or Miranor's gonna write more in his journal than you have. I know you've already been writing a lot, so it's gonna take him a while to catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got so much to catch up on.
Yeah.
Drell looks down at the ground panicking. Fuck.
Oh, speaking of which, why don't we share our journals? We should
I'm
reference
really
them.
tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
That's fair. You're right. We'll do it tomorrow night, or maybe
or
another
like
night.
sometime this week or month or something. You know, like when we have the time, I feel like it'll be appropriate.
Okay, yeah. When we get out of San Lo, I'll check back in with you, buddy.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Just
we'll
have
make it
your
like
people-
at the
have
end of
your
each
people
mini
contact my
adventure.
people.
We'll contact. Yeah, we'll that works.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Good night.
Drell, you go to lay down and you roll over. Like, yeah, I'll give you my notes. You go wide-eyed as you roll over. As you guys put out the candle, and you see that the fat Cid that had magic stone enchanted on it is right next to your pillow, Drell. He's just staring at you. Like, meh,
Don't look at me like that.
meh, 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 meh.
Okay, well, good night, Stone.
You put out the candle. He's just staring at you. You see his ethereal blue eyes stare into the windows of your soul as you try to go to sleep.
I take something and cover him with. I like take a shirt or a blanket or something.
He doesn't move. You just see the blue dim light through the sheet.
I roll the other way to look away from him.
And as a blink of an eye, you wake up and it's the next morning.
Oh, what time is it?
Is the candle out, I'm assuming?
Yes. Well, you guys had put it out when you went to sleep, unless there was something specific you were trying to do with it.
I do wake up a little early just so I can get to the potion shop the second it opens.
So as Drell and Armos are waking up and slow to start as they normally are, Minnis, you're usually the first one up. You make your way out to the store. And as all the other stores have been open for about a half hour now, you get to the brewery. You see that the door is locked and there's nothing lit inside. You see that like the windows haven't been furled up to let sunlight in. It is closed.
Oh, that's weird. I like knock on the door.
You knock on the door and there is no answer. You look behind you and a Minotaur passing by gives you like a weird look and continues on his way.
Maybe I gotta wait longer? Well, I go back to the guys and I tell them that when they wake up.
Drell, Armos, by the time Minnis gets back, you have gotten up for the morning, put on your armor or respective gear, and you are ready to set out for the day. And Minnis comes and shares this news with you.
Wait, it's closed?
Yeah, it closed up.
Wait,
It's weird.
was everything closed?
No, just the potion shop. It's almost like something was trying to keep me away from... Huh.
This is weird. There's some stuff going on here.
Well, is your stuff there?
It was closed. I couldn't go in.
But like, did you like look in there?
Did you look inside?
Didn't the potion shop guy say to come back tomorrow and he would have it done?
Yeah, he did.
Indicating it should be open.
Oh my gosh. I'll go back in and look in the window, Reginald.
I'm just saying, you were so quick to do a B&E on the blacksmith because you thought you got shafted. But, you wanted your big boy potion so you could talk to your girlfriend.
Yeah, but we know he shafted us. We don't know if
Yeesh.
something happened to the potion guy or not. Do you know the difference, Reginald?
I know the difference, but some people here don't know the difference. And he points at Drell.
Okay. Well, I guess if you guys want to come with me, we can go look in there. And then before meeting up with Numi, we can go check out, maybe sneak around and see if we can get to the chieftain's hut.
Yeah, I feel like we got to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, but who can we trust?
I don't know.
All right, so should we come up with some sort of, I don't know, plan? So we're just going to walk over to the chieftain's hut and try to get in there?
No, the potion.
Oh, the potion place first. Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah, let's go take a look. We'll head that direction and then kind of take a look.
3 of you wander over to brewery, and sure enough, it is still closed. About another 20 minutes had passed since the 3 of you, since Minnis came back, and by the time the 3 of you wandered back over, and sure enough, it is still closed. The marketplace is in full swing.
I look in the window.
Minnis, you look through the window, and sure enough, there is a brewing kit working, and you see these smoky potions attached to the brewing kit, and you remember that he needed to leave them overnight for them to settle before drinking. And the 3 potions are like attached, like the vials are attached to this brewing kit, but like the process is clearly done, and it's just sitting on the shelf.
I mean, I already paid for them and they're done.
It'd be a shame if we didn't get them.
Okay, well, how about this? Minnis can go inside. We'll stand guard. I'll go in the back. Armos stay in the front.
How do I get inside, though?
I don't know, Minnis. That's your job. I'm just the lookout.
Okay.
It's not like you could just teleport in there and then teleport back.
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
Wait, can you? I don't know. Okay, maybe Armos goes inside.
I put my hands together and do a quick left and right to see if anyone's around, and then Misty step in.
You teleport inside of the potion shop, the brewery, and you see the 3 vials that Minnis had ordered. You see the place has not been touched since lockup. Everything is still closed. You see his ledger on the table underneath his underneath the desk where the register would be, a locked gold coin case, and behind the desk is where he would do all of his brews out of customer grabbing range, so to speak, and you see his potions there.
Perfect. Just grab the potions that Minnis paid for and just to quickly look around, and then head to the back door, if that was where I came in from.
So I would say you look through the window to go in to Misty Step, because you just need to see where you want to go.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually walk through anything. So you go through the same window. Minnis, with a help action, gives you the coast clear, and then you...
I wouldn't be able to do it again, is my point.
Oh, you're going to do once? Yeah, then you can go through the back door, absolutely. You go ahead and you unlock it, as all the locks are on the inside.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. No, this is fine. And then I mage hand and lock it again.
Awesome. Yeah, that totally works. You see, like, through the window, you're using, like, a marionette, and you're trying to, like, manipulate your mage hand to, like, lock everything. And you lock up the store, and then your mage hand dispels, and you now have your 3 ethereal potions.
Perfect. Here you go, Minnis, and let's get out of here.
You left a note, right?
Yeah.
Why would we leave a note saying who we are and what we did?
To thank him for the potions? Like,
He'll
hey,
understand. He'll understand.
I would.
You know what, Minnis? You can write me a note, and I will definitely
Oh, thank you.
try to one day give that to him.
Thank you, sir, for the potions. We saw that they were ready, so we took them as we already paid for them. We appreciate your services and will gladly come by to pay for many more potions. Sincerely, Minnis and the gang. I hand it to Armos.
All right.
I look at Armos and instantly shake my head no, like, don't put that in there.
and I give him a wink.
I feel better.
All right, good job. And then I summon the guys to kind of let's go towards the chieftain, or the north area. And as we're walking and Minnis is in front of me, I use a firebolt to light the note on fire and just kind of throw it in to destroy the evidence.
The page burns within
You
your
guys
head.
smoking back there? What's going on?
No.
No. There was just some bug. I was trying to swat it away
Oh, okay.
using my light,
Oh, all right. How do we want to approach this, guys? I mean, I can go invisible myself and do some scouting if you like.
And ethereal make us. What exactly do they do again?
The ethereal potions shifts you between the ethereal plane. So you're like a ghost. Let me explain what the ethereal plane is. Coming from Shadowfell and being in a material plane and now maybe about to go to the ethereal plane, there's a key difference between the ethereal plane and Shadowfell. Shadowfell is not a direct one-to-one. Shadowfell reflects the material plane, but it also has its own ecosystem. There are lives that happen in Shadowfell, and to people with the material plane, it acts as a place of purgatory. People are sent there if they have done evil things but can redeem themselves. go there to pay a price or are born there. The towns and cities within Shadowfell can reflect things that happen on the material plane. The ethereal plane works differently. Now, Armos, you would know this just by doing what you do growing up and, tricking demons and whatnot. Minnis, you might have slight knowledge on this as well. The ethereal plane mirrors the material plane. While you're on the ethereal plane, you can see and interact with some objects on the material plane. You can see and hear conversations. You can see things that people on the material plane can't necessarily see. There are creatures in the ethereal plane like ghosts, banshees, the phase spiders that you learn about, the Bovonos, and the two planes are cohesive to each other. You do know that in some places in the material realm are thinly layered, which is why you were able to see the Brovonoses at Hubert Hubble's place. But the ethereal plane is not like Shadowfell, where it's its own ecosystem. The material plane and the ethereal plane share the same layer, so to speak. So when you're on the ethereal plane, Armos, you know this, you're able to see things happening on the material plane, but not the other way around. You could think of the ethereal plane as a one-way mirror.
Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
Because I
Much easier.
Just to stress the difference of Shadowfell and the ethereal plane to not be confused.
So the potion, is it like a one-time use and we can go in and go out anytime we want for an hour? Or is it like a once in, once out type of situation?
Once in, once out. Once you use it, you're in the ethereal plane for an hour or until you call it off.
Blah. I don't know. I mean, Minnis can go invisible.
Yeah, I mean, I can sneak around and come back and let you know what's going on with the chieftain if you like.
I was gonna say, why don't we just do that? And if we have to sneak in with all of us, then we'll know what we're getting into. I mean, we can see in. Drell, what do you think?
I think we should maybe just take the potions and see if we can, figure it out.
I guess. I mean, Armos, you know how this works. When we go into the ethereal plane, is it like Shadowfell or does it move on the same time? Is it like a mirror?
But it's only one way.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm happy to try. I mean, it only goes for an hour anyway, so I don't see one.
What were these ethereal potions for originally, Minnis?
I want to see if maybe when we go to the ethereal plane, if we can find the hydra.
And we only have 3 of them, right?
Yeah, one for each of us.
So...
Reginald is attached to Armos, the way Sid's attached to me, so they get...
Our souls were bonded.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if we take them now and we go into the chieftain's hut, we won't be able to... where were you going to look for the hydra? You were just going to look around town, or did you want to go up to the island?
Around town, by the water.
I'm just worried, if we wanted to...
It's supposed to be here, so I wouldn't use it by the floating island.
Okay. All right, let's do it then. Let's take the potions. We'll go in the chieftain's hut, and then we'll...
You know we were going to be doing this today. All right. And Minnis' hand is shaking as he lifts up his potion. We're kind of out in the open. Can we go somewhere more covert? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it looks more sketchy that we're going to go into an alleyway and
No,
take
you're
potions.
right. Let's just do it now. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, ripping a Band-Aid.
Yes, I think all 3 of us are taking them.
Well, okay. Cheers. And I clink my glasses against theirs. Down the hatch. Whoop. I drink mine.
Like thick lantern oil goes down. It's very hard to swallow. And then everything goes photonegative and slowly turns into this faint color of what everything was before. And you suddenly become see-through and solid at the same time. The leaves turn blue and gray. The sky is completely blue. It's much brighter than Shadowfell, but you feel like the whole world is a ghost.
Do we still see the people on the material plane as well?
You do. They look, but they're see-through. So the 3 of you look physical.
Yeah.
But they look like ghosts walking around. And as they walk, it's like little after images are following them. Like they're lagging a little bit. The 3 of you look solid because the 3 of you are on the same plane. And then the first thing you look at is that you look up into the sky and you see the floating island. However, it has a very different appearance than it does on a material plane. It looks like it's see-through. Not like everything else around you where it looks like it's lagging. It looks like it's translucent, almost blinking at you. It's like it's there, but not on the ethereal plane.
That's bizarre.
Well, I obviously look around to see if I initially see any sort of hydra presence.
You do not see any immediate hydras in the area.
Okay, so remember, we're still see-through, so it'll be easier to get around, but we still need to, go through the shadows, if you catch my drift.
No, you are not seen on the ethereal plane.
One-way mirror.
Oh.
See, that's what I thought. That's why I just did a cartwheel. You didn't see that?
Woo!
Okay, perfect.
Can we cast spells?
Sure can. You can only affect things on the material plane.
The material plane.
On the ethereal plane, excuse me.
I was about to say, I am about to. Oh man.
Damn, I was gonna tabletop somebody.
Whoa.
You're only strictly observing
Yeah, got you. Okay,
on the ethereal plane. Yeah.
got it.
Okay.
We walk past the guards and
They don't even notice you. They stare ahead, these Centaurian-like guards.
This is crazy.
yeah. All right.
I peek my head into the armory first as it's on our way.
You poke your head in, and your head phases right through with ease, as if you're going through water. And you see a
This is
bunch of
weird.
apprentices hammering away, and it looks like they're all crafting stuff as you look into the back room of the forge.
I like it here. This is a lot less scary than the Shadowfell plane, if it's called a plane.
So then we go to the next and go check out the chieftain.
Yeah.
You meander, ethereal-like, over to the chieftain's hut. You pass the armory, and as you look at the armory to go to the chieftain's hut, you notice that this place is well guarded. There are 3 Centaurian guards standing out front. The doors are locked, and unlike all the other buildings, maybe the forge looks closely resembled as far as structure goes. This looks very barricaded.
When you say they're Centaurian guards, are they centaurs? Or are they like the type of military Centaurian?
Type of military Centaurian. They have helmets that cover their faces completely. Their chest is out, but they're wearing very heavy armor on their leggings, and they have huge round shields, and they are wielding pikes. What would be considered a two-handed pike for most, they are wielding with one hand. Then you walk over to the chieftain's tent, and there are 2 guards outside of the front door. As the door is closed, this does not look as protected as the armory, but you know that you can walk right through the door.
All right, well, let's walk on through. Look at me. I'm in. I'm out. I'm in. I'm out. And I'm just putting my hand in and out. And I'm in.
You go in through the side rather than walking through the front door, and the 3 of you poke your head in, and you oversee a bedroom. And on the bed, hovered by 3 Minotaur scholars. It looks like one of them is a clerical shaman that's trying to heal somebody laying on the bed. You take a close look, and it's this female Minotaur. You can tell that this is the chieftain herself. She is raging in place. You see steam coming out of her nose, and her eyes are bloodshot, and she is strapped to the bed. You see that she is missing an arm completely, and there is blood on the sheets, a blood-soaked bed, and you see the 3 scholars are trying to calm her down, and they're trying to mend her wounds, but she is raging in place. In her hand, on the arm that is still there, you see a piece of paper crumpled up that she's white-knuckling. You see that one of the scholars is trying to get that piece of paper from her, but they don't want to rip it, but it looks completely covered in blood. You take a close look, and at the edge of the page, same type of translucency that you saw the island in, floating like it was there but not on the ethereal plane, you see the markings SOS written on the blood-soaked page. It looks translucent and glowy, like it does not exist on the ethereal plane, and it looks like you're looking at something in invisible ink. And then you look at her wound where there is no arm there, and in the same type of translucency that's blinking almost like it doesn't belong in the ethereal plane, is a blood shard sticking out of her wound. However, it seems overlooked by the people treating her, as it looks like her arm that has been ripped off, that is bounded and bandaged together, is clearly missed and very infected. It looks like they don't even realize it's there. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
You know, Reginald, I hate you sometimes.
I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds? How am I supposed to know that?
Wait, why?
And Tony's like, imagine there's another Bloodshard. I would expect we meet another person with a Bloodshard in there.
Wow.
I just spit my water out.
Imagine that.
I mean, what are the odds?
Yeah, Drell looks at everyone else and he goes, "This is main quest. This one's main quest."
All right, this one's main quest. Quest updated. All right.
Oh, that was session 93. A lot of information has been revealed, whether you realize it or not. I love it. This is quite the caper. Quite the caper.
Some stuff going on here.
It's like you're so close.
I know.
Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. It's like the closer you get, the more puzzling it becomes. It's so good. It's so good. Woo! Well, you know the deal. Before we get to the after show, we have time for one recommendation. Does anybody have a solid rec?
I got a show if nobody else does.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it, Dan. What show do you got to rec?
Let it fly.
Better be a good one.
I'm going to wreck the show. I'm going to tear it a new one. So it's called Resident Alien.
I was about to say
It's on Netflix. It's called Resident Evil. And it sucks. I am ripping it a new one. No. It's called Resident Alien. Alan Tudyk is in it. He's one of my favorite actors.
He has
He's
how many? No,
funny.
I'm sorry.
I can't with you today. I can't. You and Reginald both, man, and killing me. And he plays an alien that his ship like crashes on Earth, and he doesn't know how to act like humans, but he takes over like a human's body and like morphs into a doctor, and then gets pulled into town by chance because the town doctor got murdered. And so he's trying to learn how to be a human while still completing his mission that I won't ruin. So pretty damn funny.
I just actually added that to my list to watch. I saw it today.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely on my watch list.
Yeah, he's the one that plays the pirate from Dodgeball.
Yes.
Oh,
dude,
wow.
yes.
He's like, and then he's like, "Wait, you're not a pirate anymore?" He goes, "What?"
That's a solid
He's
rec.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I have not seen that
well.
movie.
Yeah, it's based off the book.
Well, listen, a lot has transpired this episode. Great rec on my list. I'm definitely going to watch it then now that you recommended it. But with that being said, we're going to talk about all this in the after show. I'm dying to get to it, which feels
Yeah,
like
we're
why
gonna
I'm
talk
rushing.
about Resident Alien in the after show.
Yeah, Resident Alien. Sure. But yeah, before we go ahead and head on to the Patreon supporters, why don't you go ahead and say goodbye, everybody?
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Hey, it's me, Drell, and welcome back to Drell's Bodacious Bodatorium, the only gym for all the right muscles. I want to thank you all again for being the best members ever. I just have some notes here I need to go over. First, we have the Shadow Smugglers. I want to go ahead and give the Dread another shout out. Thanks to him and his green flames, the sauna is back in business. There's a sign up sheet right outside the door. Also, Jack Sonasinki, 30-minute maximum sessions, 4 hours is not allowed. The Dread, get a smoothie on me, big guy. Speaking of smoothies, Alara Dawnstar is our newest employee at the Blend and Bulk Fitness Smoothie Station. Her training got off to a rough start, but make sure you stop on by and say hi. We want to put her skills to the test. My favorite is the Lelouch's Ice Cool Berry Blast. Remember, if you use code BOXY at checkout, you get 2% off your first order. What a deal. Next, we have Reese, the cycle instructor we all know and love. Reese is currently on vacation. He said something about exploring Humbrea and seeing the sights. So, in the meantime, Anma will be taking over the classes. Let's see here. Classes like Ride Like You Need to Survive and Baby Got Bike. All other classes will be postponed. Don't blame me, blame Reese. Julius Kendrick has been temporarily suspended as lead lifeguard. Something about his certifications being invalid and not being able to practice until further notice. On a completely separate topic, our lawyers have asked me to read the following statement. We do not condone the use of any and all Shadowfell certifications being used on the material plane. This next note is from Slimy, who works our front desk. They've brought to my attention that many of you walk straight past them without checking in. I've let them know that they are now able to use any force they deem necessary to stop people who have not checked in. Miranor canceled his membership several weeks ago, and I still see him here. I will catch you. All of you. You have been warned. Next are Bloodshard Bandits. Reigns, I was told you were caught taking gym selfies in front of the mirror again. Tank tops are cool, but if they don't really cover anything, then what's the point? Trust me, I'm a guy that appreciates the art of muscle flexing, but this is a family-friendly gym, bud, so you're gonna need to tone it down. If you want, the semi-annual Drell bodybuilding competition is still open for signups, so make sure you check it out. Warden, the staff told me what you did the other day, and I want to personally thank you for being the unofficial protector of the gym. Those stinking jazz rats keep trying to sneak in and steal supplies from the smoothie bar. I've decided to offer you an exclusive deal. For every jazz rat you collect, you will receive 1 minute of personal training time with yours truly. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Morgan Olthil, please remember we have a companion daycare drop-off outside for a reason. Even though the fox is extremely cute, we cannot allow them inside. Due to, rules. If we catch you smuggling the fox in your cloak one more time, I will be very mad. Please remember to bring your ticket for pickup. Artemis, the weight room is for everyone. I respect the hustle, and trust me, I, out of all people, understand using every single 45-pound weight and plate is necessary, but we need to remember to share and also put them back when you're done. Keep getting swole, bro. Rocco the Croco, I see you over there on the elliptical while eating your protein bars. I'm looking at you right now. Hey, Rocco, don't look away. I'm more impressed than mad. But for safety, we're gonna need you to eat and then run. I also want to thank you for being the only person to buy the tuna and lemon flavored bars, or else they would just sit there. Aaron Drayson, this is your confirmation for a private room from 2:22 to 2:30 on Tuesday. I'm being told you want the room so you could practice your 2-weapon fighting and sword dueling in front of a mirror. 1, I don't know how you'll get all this done in 8 minutes. And 2, why does it start at 2:22? Anyways, it does. See you then. Next is Rommel. Please make sure you dust off and wipe your feet upon entering the gym. We see the dirt you track in, and the staff, aka me, is not too thrilled to have to continue to sweep up after you. I mean, also, where do you get that much dirt? It just keeps coming out. It never stops. Do you say, I'm gonna go to the gym, I better fill my pockets and boots with dirt? The next is the Sidget College alumni. Andrew Hall, we here at Drell's Bodacious Bodatorium appreciate your consistent need to study, especially during a test week. But you're taking up most of the seating at Bulk and Blend with your books. Please be courteous to others and share the space. Also, there's now a 1 smoothie per hour requirement for all guests not working out. Sakajewa, we've got some complaints about you hogging all the good machines. According to some of the complaints, it seems that your phone time to rep ratio is off. Please remember, for every 1 minute you're on your phone, you should be doing 3 minutes of workout. Other people need the machines too. Make a playlist, bud. Patrick Winterstorm, aka Punk, I just want to give you a big shout out. I've got several acknowledgements that you're a great gym partner, always there to give a spot if needed. You're always looking out for your fellow gym goers, and the staff here at the Bodacious Bodatorium appreciate that and appreciate you. You can always spot me. Saint Chaos, I heard you're the person to talk to if we need some stuff. Our normal distributor for the Bulk and Blend fitness smoothies has suddenly disappeared. We have not seen or heard from him in days. I think he's gone missing. Someone recommended I reach out to you. I like brews and I like a good deal. Please contact Laura for details. Sergio, please stop asking us to look in the lost and found bin. You've asked several times in the past week to see it. If you just tell us what you're looking for, we'll probably be able to help you find it. We here at the Bodacious Botatorium always return stuff to its rightful owner. An unrelated note, I totally bought these sunglasses. Well, Armos did, and they were very expensive. Sly, the Were Creature Rage Rooms are available for a reason. My trash cans cannot take any more damage. We have the I'm a Were Creature and I'm proud class, so make sure you check it out. I'll see you there. Next, we have Humbrea's Heroes. The following guests are banned from the yoga room in use of yoga balls and all other yoga equipment effective immediately. Alex Dredd, Caleb Schneider, and Johnny Tarr. You know what you did. Please make an appointment with me to get your privileges back. They're for yoga, not kickball. Also invite me next time. Also, speaking of misuse of equipment, Mr. Man with Glass, Odie Mel, Will Miller, and Nubs. The racquetball court is for racquetball only. If you four continue to play freeze tag, please take it to a place where no one cares, like the tennis courts outside. Also, side note, I don't know who plays freeze tag by throwing ice at each other. Weird. Well, that's all the notes I have for Drell's Bodacious Botatorium. I just want to thank you all again for being the best members ever. We appreciate it. See you next time.